So I'm going to show you how to use 123D Make, and what this does is I have this object here, and I can select a kind of pattern that I want to slice this 3D model into. I most often use radial slices, so I'm going to start with that one, especially for a round object like this. And so what this does, it's created a cut pattern. I can select how many horizontal or how many slices I want to do, and this all depends on my material. Right now this one is scaled, it's scaled at I think for 8x5. So here's my settings for my sheets I want it divided into. This is just 8x5. I'm working with 20x16 material. That is 0.11 thick. So it's really a heavy cardboard. And you can do several different kinds of things. Slice into a curve technique, which for this one might not be too bad. These are hard to assemble because they slide into each other kind of like combs. Interlock slice is similar. And then there's just stacked. This is just like a landscape. Folded panels. I've never done anything with folded panels. Anyways, so this is just a really basic geometry. Let me do this one since this is the most regular. And so I have so this is 2 big sheets of my 16. Now, just for reasons of my own sanity, before I export it, I will put it on one sheet. Although this one may not be so bad. If you're actually using some other software to process this, it may not matter. But for using Illustrator, I'll increase my size of my sheet even more. Something definitely, okay, that gets it. And then I'll come down here and get the plans, and I'm going to export it as a GXF. And you have to be logged in. I don't know why that gave me so much trouble. And I'm just going to call this, this is test 2. So there are some issues. So if I come over here to Illustrator and open test 2, that's fine. And this is a problem again with my machine. Our machine in informatics is really slow cutting some of these. I'll show you why. Whoa, gosh. So I just try to get my work area set right at the very beginning. So I can just zoom right to it. Even more here, so you can see. So this has created many tiny lines, and what that does is it slows my laser cutter down a lot. So what I have done, and for a model that's simple like this, you can do this very easily. So all these are exactly the same. So you could go in and just trace this line in your drafting tool and just rebuild this piece by just trace it. And then you have 5 pieces here, and these ones can also be actually can be traced pretty easily too. So for this piece, you know, the time it takes to cut on the laser, or especially, right, if you're gonna do a one-off, then it may be totally fine to just use this one and just wait 30 minutes for the laser to cut it out. Or you could, well, so this is the difference with ours, 30 minutes versus really maybe 3 minutes, 3 or 5 minutes to cut this out if these were just nice long, one simple vector. So that's how you would prepare. You know, then once you're here, then it's just whatever instructions that your laser needs to run. I usually set my artboards to be material size that I'm working with. Also, this is again a simple pattern, so it lays out really easily. But a lot of these you may want to save material, and in order to do that, you're gonna have to group some of these to move them around. But when you're moving stuff around in Illustrator, I always screw stuff up, so I like to just import it into Rhino and do whatever kind of manipulations or tracing you need to do before you take it into Illustrator. I mean, our laser cutters use Illustrator easily, so I'm just starting to use it for that reason. I think you can go straight from the CAD software to the laser. Okay, I think that's it. I think nothing else to say about this. I think it's just a matter of getting, it does take a long time to add things in when you want a new model. You'll see. Even something simple, it takes a couple minutes to import it. I was just doing Baymax. So this is actually a different video that I'm going to make. I'll leave that one there.